Now the most exact science is mathematics. In mathematics there is a branch of mathematics which is called geometry. In geometry you start with a similar iman as you start in Islam. Geometry starts with the point. Isn't it so? Alright. That is the starting point of geometry, the point. But what is the point? A point is that which has no length, breadth and thickness. Then what it is? A thing which has no length, breadth and thickness is only conceptual, it is not real, material, physical at all. You see, but then you come to the next stage, the line. Then about the line you are told that a line is that which is an aggregate of points. Now the question arises in your mind. If a point does not have length, then 100,000 points cannot also have length because it is minus length, minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus is minus. Ad infinitum. So from where does this length come in the line? You define the line that a line is that which is length but no breadth and no thickness. From where has this length come? The geometrician scientist, he will tell you, believe in it and you will be saved. Believe in it and you will be saved. Hold patiently. But that is the starting point. Then you come after the line to the square. A square is that which has length and breadth but no thickness. Alright. But ultimately it is constituted of lines, and lines are constituted of points, and a point has neither length nor breadth nor thickness. From where has length and breadth come into the square? He will say, my dear son, believe in it and you will be saved. This is the starting point. Alright. You see, then a cube or a solid body is that which has length, breadth and thickness. But a cube is made up of squares, and squares are made up of lines, and lines are made up of points. So initially the cube or every solid body is made up of points, and a point is that which has no length and no breadth and no thickness. But the cube has got all these three. From where have those properties come? Now, after you have accepted this, then you start with practical problems, measuring the angles and the triangles and the squares and the beyond that the hyperbola and so on and so forth. Plane geometry, solid geometry, coordinate geometry, and you go there. And on that basis you are able to build up a whole science which is factual, which you can employ in your different fields of technology. You can do it. The same is the case with Islam. It starts from there. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمَنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Those who say, start with this, that there is a reality which is beyond our senses. Right? But has this reality to remain? No. It is not to remain as unseen. It must be experienced by you. That is why Islam came. You see? You must have an experience of God, who is the really real and the very foundation of all that exists. And intermediary stages of what are the angels and what is heaven and what is hell, and so many other problems that have been taught to us, which are suprasensuous, which are metaphysical as they are called, beyond this physical world, they have got to be experienced. And now here, the most important thing is experience of God and transactions with Him and dealings with Him. He has invited us to it. For instance, He has made different promises. Those who do this, I will do this for them. In an extraordinary manner, not in the natural way. Come on and test. You see, this is Islam. And prayer and fasting and all these things are a means to that end. They are not end in themselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never wants you to come and make a sort of gymnastic 5 times a day. It is useless for you and absolutely meaningless for Him. But it is the highest exercise whereby you can commune with Him. You must learn how to commune through this exercise. You must not be contented with merely the formal thing. I have read so many sunnah, I have read so many fard, and then I have read 100 nawafil, optional prayers which are not made obligatory, and I am a great man. You are nowhere. You are nowhere. You have wasted your energy and you have wasted your body. What we have been taught by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that one sajda which is genuine, one prostration which is God, which is genuine, is equal to 100 years formal prayer. Better than that. That is what is needed. So we are given actually a practice in repetition. Maybe that sometimes we get the proper spirit and we acquire it. But if we don't have in our minds that our goal in prayer is to commune with God, if we don't understand that and if we don't regard that as obligatory, then we might live here in this world for 1,000 years and we might be praying all the time, not only 5 times a day but 10 times a day. We will not be able to get that communion. It will be a prayer, a formal prayer, very good.